living on different levels. And let me tell you, that's when the problems start occurring. That's where relationship is start failing. So girl, get right on it. Make sure you do everything to join your husband on this journey, because the most beautiful mastermind that was ever created is between husband and Welcome to a new episode of the Eva Eckert podcast. I'm Eva Eckert. I'm your host. I'm a Polish immigrant with a big heart, strong accent, as you can hear, kick-ass husband, and two amazing kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women just like you to take bold actions towards their dreams, passions, and desires so their life becomes more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the baddest superhero of your unique purpose is inside all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make the world a better place. I hope that this episode will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-motivation, so you can stop making the excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve to have by being the upgraded version of you. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you. My huge gratitude for you spending time with me. And just as a gratitude, I want you to grab something for free from me. So the information and description is in the bottom of this episode, is pinned to this episode, so make sure you grab it. We have only a few weeks till the end of the year, guys. And how do you want to really finish this year? This is exactly tied to our episode today. Because let me tell you, the topic of today's episode is the one secret to the entrepreneurial journey, to the entrepreneurial success. And what do you think the one thing is? Well, I hope you're going to find it in this episode. So listen up. Just recently, I attended a fun and amazing mastermind. I actually went with my son. We had that amazing few days because my husband was traveling to New York to speak at NBC News with my daughter at the Rockefeller Center. So we stayed at home. We had amazing workouts. We went to this event. And again, kind of women feel like raisins in these rooms. So message to the all girls, get out there, join communities, join my community, join Freak Female Alliance, become a part of some community, because that's when you change and level up yourself. Because here was the thing, there were some lessons from this mastermind, and I'm going to share it with you. When I was talking to the guys, what I've realized is that a lot of times when the guy is a leader, has his own business, and the woman is not necessarily on the business, they start growing apart. He's here and she's here. And I've talked about this in my show because I gave you an example of me and my husband. When my husband joined personal development courses, mastermind, he starts growing. He starts investing in himself. It was like him learning the personal development language, and I was left behind like, what kind of language is he speaking? We were living on different levels. And let me tell you, that's when the problems start occurring. That's where relationship is start failing. So girl, get right on it. Make sure you do everything to join your husband on this journey, because the most beautiful mastermind that was ever created is between husband and wife. Remember that. The most beautiful mastermind ever created is between husband and wife. When they both come together, pull their forces, and create something incredible. That's amazing. But that's not the one secret to your entrepreneurial success. That's not only that one secret, guys. That one amazing thing that I want to talk about is fitness. Check this out. In this room, there are people of different fitness levels. Some of them don't work out. Some of them, they don't take care of themselves. But those who did, first of all, lost the weight, start feeling great, had amazing energy, start taking time for themselves, because it goes into self-care, right? When you go into fitness, when you start actually training, You spending time on yourself. That's your power of hour, whatever you want to call it, is that power hour or power of 2 hours when you put your mind into working muscles and you grind. So these people not only felt better, right, had better confidence, energy, enthusiasm, they felt amazing. Their business starts growing. Because when you invest in yourself and you invest in your fitness level, in your own self, in your own body, in your own muscle, you start eating healthier and exercising, you're learning so many valuable lessons that can be applied into business. And one day I'm going to do that whole presentation for you guys because I created this amazing presentation. And when there's like fitness and business, it's how correlated they are. It's just mind blowing. So think about it. If you've been an entrepreneur that haven't been taking care of themselves, and this is all tied into my previous episode even, it's time to step up your game. It's no longer time to wait until the new year. The time is now. We only have few weeks left. So why not to start your January resolution, which in 80% fails always in people, today? I guarantee you, when you actually gonna put yourself in outdoors throughout these parties, throughout these meetings, throughout these holidays, the Thanksgiving, the get together, Halloween behind us, you're going to realize that you need to have your discipline at the highest level possible. Why? Because there are drinks, which you have to say no. There's unhealthy foods, which you have to say no. You have to pretty much show up with the best attitude possible, with the best energy possible, but you have to constantly say no. What an amazing discipline it builds. When you actually you are on the edge of craving, but then yet you're showing up with this amazing energy and you have to say no because all of the other people around you, they drink, they eat like shit, they eat crap, they not eat good things. And guess what? Those will be the ones that will be creating the New Year's resolution in January, but you're going to be ahead of the crowd. You're going to be ahead of the game because you already build the armor of the resilience. You're saying no to things. You're showing up at these parties and you're so freaking consistent. You're so freaking good with that you trained that muscle of saying no. You're already good. You're ready. You have great energy. You start losing weight. So actually inspires you. And you know what I mean if you've been ever on a weight loss journey. When you start seeing the results, you feel good. There's something switching in you that you no longer want to cheat. You want to be so clean and so good that you're showing up even with better energy. And something flips in you. So imagine starting this now. And in January, you are so far ahead of the game when others will struggle in their business and they will try to catch up and, feel better and get the New Year's resolution. You're going to be the leader that leads. You're going to be the one that speaks the truth. You're going to be the one leading by example. Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want that? Like, think about it. Those who wait, those are always the procrastinators ones. Those are the ones that are not really succeeding. Be the one. But I've seen in this room so many people that were unhealthy. And I'm thinking, how can you be so good with your business if you're so unhealthy? So when you dive deep and you start asking questions, you realize that are not that far in their business as they want it to be. So now imagine how far they could have been if their fitness was at point, if their eating habits were so good, if they would be so disciplined in getting up early, grinding, being focused, having better time management with everything. Because when you actually start applying fitness into your life, you have to have a good time management. It's impossible because those who have bad time management, those are the ones that don't work out, period. Because they always say, guess what? I don't have time for this. I'm like, you don't have time for this? We all have 24 hours a day. How can you say that you don't have time for this? How come I do have it? I homeschool my children. but you work for someone else or maybe for yourself, your kids go to school and you say that you don't have time for yourself. That's a poor time management. That means that they are not putting this as a priority. So it's time to grind. It's time to step up that higher level, go into a higher next level of self, of you this year in 2024. Sorry if you're watching this in maybe 2025 or 2026. The same rule applies every single year. Just grind at the end of the year, because most people is like, oh, it's the end of the year, we can take the break. It's like almost holidays are here to distract you. Do you think that? Or maybe we should really flip the switch on the holidays and think the holidays is not for us to drink and eat whatever you want. It's maybe the time to spend the time with your family and find the good work-life balance. And instead of drinking and eating excessively, maybe it's time for movement. We're finding joy, finding hobbies, going outside a little bit more, being more active, and maybe working out with your family. Maybe that's what the holidays are for, because you guys have time off. So it's time to rethink. I think it's time to think fitness is so correlated with your business that the number one secret of entrepreneurial success is fitness, guys. It might be for many of you surprise, but guess what? If you're not gonna step out your game this year and start taking care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your business, because you're not gonna have a good energy. You're gonna have zero discipline. You're gonna be freaking overweight. You're gonna be hiding behind all your excuses. And you're not gonna show up as your confident self. So it's time to face the mirror and say, you know what? I no longer can make these excuses. Because it's kind of sickening to my stomach when I see someone and the person is an entrepreneur and I see them all the time and they always have some kind of excuse. And I'm like, what kind of excuse do you have in your business, in your marriage, with your kids? I mean, there has to be the same excuse, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. It's the same rule applies. So think about it. Like, what have you been hating this year that you've been hiding so hard behind? What are the things that you could improve this year and start liking this year? Like make a list. How is your energy? How is your confidence? How is your discipline? Are you really taking care of yourself? Or are you making shit excuses? You sleep in, you go to sleep late, you sleep with the TV on, it wakes you up 10,000 times during the night, you don't get a good night's sleep, you're groggy in the morning, you get up, you drink coffee, your keto coffee, which is not healthy on an empty stomach. Your liver cannot take that much fat. Stop doing this, please. Do instead the warm water with lemon, and then half an hour start doing a celery cleanse. That's what you should do. That's exactly what you should be doing. Start living the healthy life. Start changing the mindset. Go for it. Then you grab something in your fast food place on the way, maybe some muffin or some bagel, and you say, oh, the carbs gonna help me because I'm so freaking tired. But the truth is, you didn't sleep enough. So no carbs, no bagels gonna help you. Sorry to break it down to you. It's not. So then you're going to go for another bagel or some other crop, because when you start your breakfast with your crop and your high carbohydrates, your whole day is going to be like this. Trust me, I've been there. Maybe not on bagels, but I actually rediscover myself. I'm like, why I'm craving so much sugar? Because I start with sugar and I end with sugar. And I've never been overweight, guys. So you're not going to see before and after story. However, I've mentioned this before. When I came to this country, I gained 10 pounds of the unhealthy habits. So it's time to step up the game. So you're going to have a better mindset. So that mindset will lead your business. So the proper mindset will lead your team. The proper mindset will lead your family. And this can apply to guys, but it also applies to women. Like, you can be a leading entrepreneur. I've coached so many female entrepreneurs, and I know that so many times you hide behind the excuses. So it's time to step up your game, or maybe it's time to support your husband in his mission. And if you've been avoiding and hiding, it's time to change something. So guys, again, I hope this episode shake you up a little bit, gave you some good content, gave you some good points, so you can really finish this year feeling much better as an entrepreneur. And again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to this podcast. And remember that the superhero is within you. You just need to rediscover it. May your passion and curiosity be endless. May your enthusiasm be infectious. May your final outcome be of service to others. Each of us makes the difference in the universe. I make mine, and the universe is waiting you. No excuses.